One of the very useful widgets that you have when you log into Matrix is going to be one called Market Watch. Now, this is where you can tell Matrix what area you define as your market, and these numbers are going to reflect what's going on in your market area. Now, by default, the market is set for the entire MLS coverage area. So we need to go in here and narrow this down a little bit using criteria. Now, what you're going to see in here are going to be tracking new listings, price increases, price decreases, properties that have come back on the market, sold, expired properties, lease pending, temporary off the market withdrawn, and withdrawn unconditional. This can be set for any property type, including cross property, which is going to be all property types. You can change the time frame that you want to see here. So today means everything since midnight last night. 24 hours means the last 24 hours, and then you also have 3 days and 7 days. Now, obviously, if I go in and I change the time frame here, let's say we make it 3 days, we're going to see that these numbers go up. Okay, but we really need to get in here and drill down to the area that I care about. You don't want to be too specific here, though. If you're too specific, you're going to be limiting yourself here. Now, the easiest way to think about what goes into my market watch is imagine you were to run out into somebody in public and they asked you, hey, what area do you work in? That is what you'd put in as far as the criteria goes with Market Watch. Now, this is really easy. You just need to go down to Customize down here and tell the system what you define your market as. So when I click on Customize, let's say my market is Polk County here in Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And I click on Customize, and I could go in and I could just say Polk County if I wanted to, or whatever area you want. Now, if you specialize in a certain property type, or you have other criteria when you want to fine tune what your market is, you can put in whatever criteria you want to define what your market is, but don't be too specific. Now, when I click on Save, notice how these numbers went down because these are only going to be the properties in my market area here. So one way to do it is to go in and you define the area, or let's say I'm going to go ahead and reset this here. Another way to do it is if it's area based, you can specify your mile radius here. Let's say I want to work within 25 miles of a specific address, like where my office is or where I live or something like that. I can instead, or in addition to putting in criteria, I can also use area based criteria here. So let's say 247 Maitland Avenue. And that's in Altamont. This is where the MLS office is. And instead of me using criteria, I can just say I want to use area-based criteria. And I can click on Save, and now these will be updated based on the area that I set. So go ahead and experiment with the Market Watch. Once you set this up, you're done. This will always automatically update every time you log into Matrix to show you what's going on in your local market.